You guys think there's
Puzzles?
probably like an oil field out here, like a really fancy oil field? Because some of these structures don't really emulate necessarily oil derricks. I know some of the buildings in the
You know,
distance wasn't like that.
these structures are really, really huge. And then you see a tiny little house on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
And you see like 5 of them.
But
How
those were
many
like the
people were
settlements.
there? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but I mean, these were like settlements that were made after the cataclysmic events, and so it's like people resettling
It
in the
didn't look
midst
like
of. It's
settlements.
like it's like people living in
That looked
Gaul,
like...
France, which is modern day France, but like they
Let,
lived
let's
in the shadow of like
let's do
great
the ship
monuments from the Romans.
names, ship levels quickly, and then show everyone the little houses.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. So team Bards
Bards.
with the squid. We like pizza, piloted by DJ Logicalia. Has a flame in the front, carrying on the side, and Banshee at the rear with its ally, also a squid. The Karis, piloted by looks like Slice and Diced, yeah. And the foregun's a Gat, starboard side a Banshee, and the aft a Mine Launcher.
And for Clankland we have the Amped Victory, which may require a pseudo command, which is being forgotten here. Piloted by Steamy Noodles, it's a junker with a double right side carronade, already looking for targets. Front Banshee, left side Banshee Gatling, and its ally Galleon, the Malar 8. Piloted by Nietzsche's Mustache, right side Howitzer heavy carronade, left side Gatling Howitzer carronade with a rear flamer. And they actually did this for the Squid's armor, which took a little bit
And
of
this is the
fall damage.
second team to have brought a Galleon Junker pairing against, so we'll see how this one works out for them as far as their tactics. Because clan, different thought logic on engagements. So looks like the one squid's attacking the Galleon, the other one's focusing on the Junker. Or it looks like
Clan, oh my god, the squid
oh, that tar, beautiful.
and that tower.
Right
Well,
out into that Galleon map.
it's weird, it's not really hitting the galleon, is it? Ah, the squid hit the mountain, and that's it.
No, it's not.
It's
Actually,
game
you're
over.
right. Huh, strange.
Yeah. If you look at it from a specific angle, it's all in there, and then it's not.
Oh,
It's the best video of piloting a ship, and then you don't see if you manage to target them. But what I notice is that Clan is very good, actually, like naturally good against ships that are aggressive, like squids and parmidons and goldfish, because their junker and mine stuff is fighting. It's basically their natural blood against those aggressive ships.
So, it is an interesting setup here because we have two squids, which are sort of hit and run ships, if you will, or even support brawlers, and then you have these two reactive builds. So these squids kind of have to kind of touch and go a lot to find the right moment to kind of focus down either one of those ships. Probably the junker, I would think. But that's the tricky thing about these two ships. They have really, like, junkers have among the highest armor ratings in the game for all the ships compared. And Galleon has the highest stats as far as that goes. So it will take quite a bit for these squids to be able to break them in, but it is possible. So,
what do you think is more top speed, a junker or galleon?
but which do I think is what?
Has more top speed, forward speed.
You know what? I think galleons are actually a little faster than junkers.
They are
like
actually a bit faster.
Yeah. Because I have chased down galleons, and we both kerosene, and I'm like, I'll be sitting with my junker kind of lagging behind, very, very little, and it's just I'm just thinking like, what the heck? This is a galleon I'm chasing. How am I going so slow? So it's pretty surprising. But
Galleon, fourth fastest ship in the game.
I think it's a
Fourth
difference of
fastest,
like 2
yeah.
meters per second.
It's
I mean, I
faster
know
than
it's up there
Milpla
with-
too.
I know it has the top
I think-
speed of a Pyramidian.
Yeah, I think it's actually faster than a Parmesan nowadays.
That's
It did
possible,
slow it down
yeah.
a little bit.
That
Clanklands
is possible,
just
actually.
seems to like this settlement, which occasionally is called Daniel's Nest. Weirdly enough.
By certain groups, yes. It is a really good. I mean, they know where they're at. They have reactive ships. They're stationary, and they can focus where they turn it. It is a very good spot for them, certainly. So, moving any further into the canyons puts them at risk because of the close quarters. But this is a very good spot for them to be at in terms of reacting to wherever they have to shoot. So
It's
the
already hard
squids.
enough for the squid to do any engagement because one armature cannon from that galleon, the squids are gone.
To be
And
fair,
the chunk is able to hold its own ground too.
yeah. To be fair though, these squids, at least Bards have been in the last few matches have been really good about the whole split flanking engagement. Which, as you can tell, these two ships are staying in formation, but the Bards can really kind of take advantage of that a lot with the split flank if they do it just right. But the
can
trick
they
is
do it
to,
here too? They're fighting ships which have guns on both ends.
yeah.
So they really do have to work up a special kind of flanking.
Yep, they have to be able to act quick before these ships can turn the right guns for the right type of engagement, long or short distance, and then just open up on them. It's pretty risky bringing a galleon, frankly, up against squids because they're so versatile and moving around these galleons. It's not impossible, of course. Like I said, it's all about execution, but these are tougher ships to take down as squids, and squids are a lot more maneuverable and just kind of jump around galleons if they want with the right pilots.
Bards really not knowing how to do this. Just kind of
Looks like it's stalemate right now.
touching around.
Yeah. It looks like Clan is aware that the Kyrus is back there, but can the Kyrus keep them distracted long enough for the other ship to make its position before they move in for an attack? So it looks like it's going to be a pincer movement here.
Look what Clankan does. They have the galleon turned towards one squid and the junker towards the other. Junker turning its
so it
kill
seems,
side
yeah.
too.
Yep.
They are prepared.
This is, oh man, it's like a two-way Mexican standoff.
With
How do we
one
handle
of the Mexicans not being here.
Yeah, it's a very un-Mexican standoff, yeah. Unless, of course, one of these players happen to be part Mexican, then, well, there you go. Surprise, surprise.
I do think Ambush is actually Mexico.
What's that?
Do you think this map is actually Mexico?
Do I think it's in Mexico?
Yeah.
Well, considering that this is not of the same world, I would say no.
Well, isn't it kind of the same world, just as if the First World War never ended and the squid just kind of wanted to do some distraction tower? Doesn't really hit with the tower though. And we like pizza is in a dangerous position. Carronades hitting carronades with double carronade from the junker. Galleon turning
I
around.
love the double carronades. Yeah, it's really effective.
Oh no. We like pizza.
I mean,
This will be your end.
Yeah. There's always discussions about diminishing returns if you have the same type of weapons on a ship, you know. But like a double Artemis for a meta junker or a double carronade on the side, you get almost equivalent to, if not much better, performance with those because together they can actually disable balloons very quickly. I think a single carronade, light carronade, doesn't actually disable the balloon completely unless you get all the pellets making it the balloon, which, let's be honest, doesn't happen all the time. So when you have two carronades,
and you would require a second reload too.
Yeah, and two Artemises on a junker, for instance, is really useful for disables. It's about as debilitating as a Huacha if you know if you get the gunner shooting it right. So super effective.
The light carronade only does that when they have burst ammunition.
Doing what?
The light carronade only destroys the balloon in one clip if they have burst in the carronade.
Not greased?
Not greased.
DPS wise, squeeze is better, but
It
damage per
used
clip
to,
is
but
best with burst.
ever since the carronade nerf in the last patch, it doesn't do it anymore.
I wouldn't say it was a nerf necessarily as it was a change, because the
Well,
heavy
it was-
carronade got beefed up with the flechette and less with the shatter, where the light carronade got beefed up with the shatter.
Let's be honest, light carronade does a little less damage, it was a nerf, pretty much. And
Yeah,
heavy clip too.
Yeah.
It was a nerf towards balloon damage.
There were too many carronade ships around. I'm not complaining. So much easier in a world with less carronades.
Yeah, no, I'll admit. I mean, by the time that patch finally came out, we were having 4 goldfish, like blenderfish lobbies, and it was just it was exhausting to deal with that pretty often. You don't want to have one ship being the
Ooh, we
dominant
like pizza.
in a
What's
lot
it
of
doing?
rallies.
What's it? Oh, is he baiting? Or is it just changing
Oh,
his
that
mind?
concentrated fire.
Or his engines took it all of it. He can't escape. The mountain. No, Squid, not the mountain.
Oh man, that is vicious. That focus fire.
And he almost got away with that. And then there's carries. Going for the double right side carrying side. I'm not sure. And the Gallon is turning how much a carrying it to, and the Squid. It's not good if he loses this balloon here. He can't really escape. If he
Ooh,
survives
those
that,
armor breaks
he
there.
knows. He tries to turn. It doesn't work. His engines up to
Oh,
damage.
the balance.
We like pizza
Oof.
going in. Galleon blocked by tower, but not really into. Oh, the Squid kills himself.
Oh, the ram kill. Goodness.
Yeah, yes, a beautiful ram kill by Ayetach victory. Totally not
And
set
no
up by the
hull-
Squid.
Not even hull break on that one, was there?
I
like
think they
said,
wanted to turn him away so the carriers would have some room,
yeah.
but they didn't calculate the Gatling doing it downwind, probably.
That's principally why I love Junkers above all the other ships. Is just narrow hulls. It's hard to break it, with the right weapons. And they have really good hull armor. I mean, they can tank really well.
Squid not surviving that one.
4-0 in favor of Clan.
And they have barely moved from my nest. Get out of there, children. I saw these little houses. These are not settlements. Look at that.
I mean, like think of in context of a cataclysmic event, and you got to resettle like migrations. You're resettling at the foot of great monumental designs. Like take
how many people are settlement? These houses are like 2 families at best, and I don't think the conditions here are good enough for 2 families.
Think about the Middle Ages, like the hamlets they would have. There wouldn't be more than a few families living in some of these for some settlements. So it really would be quite small. I mean, there are people that live in like they call them towns or villages in Montana that are literally 13 people.
God.
So it's not unrealistic, frankly.
Clanklin moved out, and
Yep.
I'm not sure if the Bounds are prepared for this, but it makes this work out in their advantage.
Yeah, looks like
The
they're taking a
Gallon
risk
Savages
moving
seems to be
Cannon.
not the Gallon, not Hemspray. Losing balloon, getting tarred, but not really full in the tar, maybe.
Oh, they managed to dodge the tar a little bit there.
Carries.
Just barely. It actually looks like pizza is hit by the tar.
He's also getting hit by a lot of cannons, but the Galleon doesn't have the ability to get guns back in arc.
Oh, those disables.
But the double cannon from the Junker might just be enough. Carrier's coming back, trying to save his ally before the inevitable Havacha Doom.
Ooh.
But the Havacha Doom was too good, too quick, too OP.
Must have been all
Manga.
that spring green,
Yo man,
But yeah,
I only see
5-0,
green.
right? Yep, 5-0 in favor of Clan.
And as I say that my entire lobby is green.
I think both teams played pretty well. Certainly a lot of interesting tactics going on, and I mean, even if Bards lost, they certainly tested out an idea of